So greetings once again from Swatara State Park here in Pennsylvania. We were just here about 2 days ago, this past Saturday, exploring some ruins and some stuff left behind in the woods, looking for old homesteads and stuff. And in that video I mentioned that there was another place I was maybe going to stop at that day, but I couldn't because I had other things to do. But we're back here today to check it out. See, I'm just taking a little break today, doing a lot of research today for some upcoming videos, upcoming trip, heading out to Western Pennsylvania. We're going to be doing, following Braddock's Road, camping. I think at Raccoon Run State Park we're going to do some camping, but just take a little break from that and coming out here to film, get some exercise this afternoon. So, I peruse the satellite images sometimes, places close to home, and in one satellite image I saw a structure back here in the woods. So we've talked about this before. Here in Swatara State Park, it was obtained through eminent domain. They were going to build a dam down along the creek, but they never did. But most of the buildings and homes they tore down. But every now and then you can find remnants of them. And I think that's what might be back there. Let me throw up the satellite image. So that is what I saw. Now sometimes these satellite images are a couple of years old. I'm not sure if that structure is still out there, but you saw there's like some strange arrangements of trees out there too. So I'm not sure what's going on. Obviously it was somebody's home or farm at one point, but we're gonna go check it out. Might be a short video where we find nothing, or we might find something interesting. The thing is, you never know unless you just go and check it out. All right, so we are here in a nice little parking area. Of course, that is Route 443. The road that goes off that way. I'm not planning on going that way today, although we could. Down that way is Sand Siding Road, and down this way is Gold Mine Road. We're kind of smack in between those. But the place we want to go is out that way. There's an old road that comes down to the highway. I'm not sure if we'll walk down there. We might just go up this way, catch it up that way. Alright, so we're going to head up this way. The clouds look a little heavy. Not supposed to rain today though. So this should take us out to a field. Now we're going to hook a right. Yeah, off in those woods up there is where we're headed. We got a nice cleared field to walk through. Yeah, just checking out the mountain over there. I don't know if you can see the colors. It's kind of like green in the bottom, still kind of brownish at the top. Let me zoom in just a little bit for you. It's interesting, that's how spring progresses. The lower elevations turn green first. Takes a little longer to get green to the top of the mountain though. Of course, down here off the mountains, in the valleys, it's already turning quite green. And thankfully there is a trail here. Take us to where we need to go. Yeah, there's something interesting way down there on the edge of the field. We might have to check that out later. We'll see. Alright, okay, this is the old road. That takes you down to the highway. I was thinking maybe parking down there, but it's kind of iffy down there. It looks like this is maintained to some extent. Just kind of curious what we'll see. I feel like I see a structure already, just around the corner. Okay, so there are definitely some buildings up here. Like a little barn. Cool. Now some more of this stuff. We saw some of this in a recent video. There's the barn. Some other outbuildings. Made by Green Thumb Workers, Tuscarora State Park. Not sure what these are. Like curb things or something? I don't know. Alright, well, we're not here to look at those. We're here to check some things out. And of course, there are some old barns and stuff nearby. That means there used to be a house back here too. So we're gonna go look, see if we can find the remains of that. It might just be, probably just be a foundation, but maybe an old cellar, old root cellar. Who knows? It's gonna be out here. Yeah, so the state park system obviously keeps this maintained to some extent. You know, they keep it mowed. Looks like there was a lock on this at one point. Yeah, they put a new lock. It looks like, whoops, like trip. They do have a newer type of lock on here. Looks like there were some others that people knocked off here in the past. Lots of carpenter bees up here. Oh, look at them, yeah. Reminds me of home, or the farm. Alright, they're harmless though. Yeah, someone just recently took down a tree here. Some others. So I don't think we're going to be able to check this place out as far as on the inside. They probably use it for storage. The park. So we can get a peek in here. Oh, I can't really see much. Alright. Here's another hole. Oh, it's actually just empty for the most part. Yeah, there's really nothing in here. Picnic table. These garage doors are probably newer. Some lumber up there. Alright, I don't have a flashlight along, so I'm not sure how much we'll be able to see in here, but yeah, pretty dark. So not a whole lot in there to see. Not sure why it's locked off if you can just get in the side there. Nothing's posted here either, I should mention, so. And here's another building. Oh, we can check it out from the other side, I guess. Let's quick look in here. Well, there's the old pump. This almost looks like an outhouse, but oh, that goes down. Interesting. Just a pit. Oh, you know what? There's a snake. Is that? Oh, it's just rope. I thought I saw a snake. Although it does look. I guess that's just a rope down there. Let me zoom in for a moment here. That almost looked like a snake. I guess it's just a rope. I'm not really sure what this was. Almost, I don't know. I mean, there's things up here. It looks like our soap dispenser. There's an eye wash, emergency eye wash thing in here. Not sure. All right. Keep that door closed though. I don't know where you need to go in. We'll just take a look. Oops. Yeah, just another empty room. Some lumber. A lot of poo in there too from critters. Alright. Yeah, so kind of interesting. I get the feeling that maybe in the past they were used by the park a little bit more, but I think recently they're not really using it. Alright, let's go looking for a house. And of course, when I say house, I mean just the house foundation. I highly doubt there's going to be kind of a actual house out here. Just got to figure out where that might be. Alright, so just trying to figure out where to explore here. If you remember looking at the satellite image, you've seen all those like rows of interesting rows of trees. I believe that's those. Those look like white pine trees planted in rows. So maybe this was some kind of a tree farm back in the day. I notice there's a big, large spreading tree right there. A couple of them over there. There's also this is where the power line comes in. Looks like it was cut off to where it went to the barns. some time ago. But there's the pole with the transformer at the top. Yeah, you can see they cut the power off to the barns. So they haven't been used for anything in some time. So now the mystery part begins, the investigative part, trying to figure out where this house was. So by looking at the area, trying to put the pieces together. So all these places are seriously overgrown. You're just down from those barns, now it's down by some of these bigger trees. The way these are growing, you can tell it's been open here for a while. There's plenty of daffodils. They're done blooming, but that's what those are. A whole bunch of them out here. Some right there. Clump of them up there. Bunch down here. Alright, yeah, just not sure. There's some looks burnt over here. Or maybe it's just rotten, but yeah, tons of daffodils. These are all these clumps of darker green. Those are all daffodils. It's interesting. Like I said, these are not native plants. So whenever you see daffodils, you know there's a house nearby. All right, let's go. Yeah, I don't know where to go. Let's just go this way. Got some birds singing. It's a cardinal, I believe. Alright, I think maybe we'll go on a little bit more this way. We can find an easy way through here. Yeah, so that area back in there felt very house-like. All these large trees, all the daffodils. Found one piece of a brick back there too, but it's possible it was back here, but you know, sometimes when they tore these places down, they just pushed the foundations in and then filled it in with dirt, so there'd be nothing left. But it's possible, but I do want to head, yeah, I want to kind of go back up and head that way, I think. See if there's anything over that way. Yeah, here's one of those rows of trees. I just thought of something too. Maybe the house is down further down this way beyond these bands of trees. Because you know, sometimes in the old days, and sometimes still today, they would plant, you know, why would you plant rows of trees? Well, they would use them as a windbreaker to kind of block the wind to some extent, keep the house warmer in the wintertime. So maybe that's what these bands of trees are planted for. I know where I used to live on the farm, we had a row of trees like this. Because when they're younger, they're more effective because all the, you know, the living branches are down below, help block the wind. Yeah, back that ways beyond is another row of those trees. So maybe that's what these are. But yeah, you can see it's like an avenue of trees here, pine trees. This is kind of cool, actually. Yeah, because if the house was down that way, it'd be to the south, and it'd be blocking the those northwesterly, winterly winds. All right, we're gonna continue on down that way, I think. Then multiple rows of those trees. We were just in that little cathedral of trees, of the pine trees. There's another one there. Looks like there's another one down there. Okay, just kind of making my way back. We were way back up in there. Didn't really see anything up in those pine trees. Some of those are spruce trees too. You know, that windbreaker idea might be wrong. Those rows of trees could have been planted by the state park too, back when they acquired land. But I haven't seen there's a pile of stones here though, and some more up there. It's the only thing remotely you know, foundation-wise I've seen out here, but I don't think this is a foundation though. A lot of times, you know, at the edges of fields and stuff, they pile up rocks and stuff to get them out of the field. So maybe that's what that is. But it's getting pretty thick in here. As spring progresses into summer, it's going to get harder and harder to do any kind of explorations like this. It's already getting kind of hard to see with the foliage springing out. Alright, so we've made our way down into the woods here a little bit, just kind of following an old trail. But I think I'm going to make my way back up towards the barns. And if there was a house here, maybe it was between the barns and the road, the highway. I didn't check that area yet. You know, it kind of makes sense. Sometimes the barns were out back behind the house. So we'll head back up that way. I don't think we're going to find anything back here in the woods. So I'm just walking down that old road that takes you down the highway here. Just not feeling very housey down this way. On either side, really. I'm just going to walk down here to the end though. So we've come back from going down to the road there. Back here, kind of almost where we first saw the barns, up through the bushes there. But here's that one main power line with a transformer on it. I feel at the house, if there was one back here, that was back in there we were exploring earlier, those large trees and those daffodils. Just another reason too, I mean, looking at there's one old transformer up there, but one right there, but it almost looks like there was one up there too. Almost like there's some wires hanging off of there. I wonder if, you know, something came off of there, heading in this direction to where the house was. That's kind of what I feel. And I'm going to stick with that theory. I feel like the house was maybe just nestled right in here somewhere. Once again, there's all these daffodils. Got some of these large trees here. Several larger trees there. Almost nice framing spot for a house in here, maybe. Right back up there with the barns. Because that power line pole is just over there. But anyway, that's going to be my guess. I was hoping to find like a house foundation, maybe an old dump, but nothing here. Like I said, if there was a foundation here, if the state park was using this area for storage and stuff, they probably would have, instead of a big hole in the ground, they probably would have, you know, pushed the foundation in and filled the area up. Almost more than likely, if that was here. Who knows? Maybe there never was a house here either. Maybe there's some barns. Usually there would be a house nearby too, but it's difficult. It's also overgrown in here. But anyway, my curiosity is somewhat satisfied. I didn't know if there'd be anything back here. You know, like I said, those satellite images are old sometimes, but there's indeed some structures back here. I'm not encouraging you necessarily to come back here and check them out yourself, but if you do, just be respectful. It is state park land. You need to come back here and mess around and stuff like that. All right. I mean, the house could have been like anywhere right in here, actually. All right, still a fun explorer. Something to, like I said, I was back home just on the computer and researching and doing a lot of thinking. It's nice to let that go and just come out and do some walking, get some exercise, some fresh air. Beautiful spring day. All right, but I think that'll be it then. Gonna head back home, get back to it. All right, as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you on the next one.